Hello everyone, glad to see you again. In last lesson, we have learned the general discussion of diaphoretics. Herbs for relieving exterior syndrome have actions of dispersing or expelling pathogens from the superficies and relieving the exterior syndrome by means of perspiration. They are known as diaphoretics. It has two categories. They are herbs for dispersing when cold and herbs for dispersing when warm. And we have learned Ma Huang and Gui Zhi. Today, in this section, we continue our study of interior warming Chinese medicinal herbs. Let's start. What's the interior warming Chinese medicinal herbs? And what are the functions and indications of interior warming Chinese medicinal herbs? These are what we will figure out after class. Any medicinal herbs that has the ability to warm up the interior and dispel cold in internal zangfu is known as the interior warming Chinese medicinal herbs. The properties of medicinal herbs are warm and hot in nature, pungent in flavor. It can be used to expel interior cold and invigorating yang qi. They are indicated for syndrome due to invasion of cold into the interior, which affects yang qi or cold condition in the interior due to yang weakness. Both are manifested as cold and pain in the chest and epigastric abdomen, vomiting, nausea, diarrhea, and dysentery, chills with cold limbs, and clear and profuse urine. Some of them can recuperate the depleted yang and rescue the patient from collapse. Some can warm the lung to resolve retention of phlegm, warm the liver to treat colic, lure the adverse rising qi to relieve hiccup, and can be used for cough due to lung cold, colic, and vomiting due to stomach cold, cold and pain in the epigastric abdomen. The representative herb is Fuzi. The medicinal material is mainly produced in the area of Sichuan, Hubei, and Hunan. It is collected from the last 10-day period of June to the first 10-day period of August, and they are soaked and processed into salty, black, white, blend, and soaked aconite. Medicinal properties of foods are pungent and sweet in flavor, hot in nature, toxic, which is attributed to the heart, kidney, and spleen meridians. It has a function of recuperate the depleted yang for resuscitation, supplement fire and strengthen yang, expel cold to relieve pain. It is used for yang exhaustion syndrome. It is an essential medicine for the treatment of yang exhaustion syndrome, manifested as faint breath, cold clammy limbs, indistinct and faint pulse. It is usually used in combination with ganjiang, such as Si Ni Tang, for exhaustion of qi due to yang deficiency. It can be combined with Ren Shen to supplement qi to prevent prolapse of qi, such as Shen Fu Tang. It is used to treat all syndrome of yang deficiency type. For insufficiency of kidney yang with impotence, cold and painful waist and knees, and frequent micturition. It is usually combined with 肉桂 and 熟地黄, such as 右归丸, and the interior domination of cold and dampness with coldness and pain in the epigastric abdomen, loss of appetite, and diarrhea. It is combined with 人参, 白术, and 干姜, forming the prescription 附子理中丸. It is used to treat all pain syndrome of cold type. For arthralgia or wound dampness cold type, pain of general joints due to domination of cold and dampness, it is combined with 桂枝, 白术, and 甘草. 3 to 15 grams is used in decoction for oral use and decocted at first for about a half to 1 hour until its necrotic pungent taste is lost when tasted by mouth. It is contraindicated in a case with yin deficiency leading to hyperactivity of young and pregnant women because of its pungent, hot, dry, and violent properties. That's all for foods. Next, we will learn 肉桂. The medicinal material of 肉桂 is mainly produced in the area of Guangdong, Guangxi, and Yunnan. It is barked in autumn, and then the bark is dried in shade, cut into pieces or powdered, and crude form is used. Medicinal properties of 肉桂 are pungent and sweet in flavor, hot in nature, and attributed to the spleen, kidney, and heart meridians. It has the functions of supplementing fire and strengthening yang, expelling cold and alleviating pain, warming channels to promote a circulation of the blood. It is used for insufficiency syndromes of kidney yang, such as symptoms impotence, chillness, soreness, and coldness of lumbar and knees, seminal emission, and uresis. It's usually used in combination with foods 熟地黄 such as 肾气丸. It can be used to treat all pains due to accumulation of cold and stagnation of qi or stasis of the blood. For deficiency and coldness of the spleen and stomach marked by the cold pain in epigastric abdomen, it can be used alone or together with 干姜 and 高良姜. For colic of cold type with abdominal pain, usually used with 小茴香. For dysmenorrhea and amenorrhea, usually combined with 当归 and 川芎, combined with 干姜 for the deficiency and coldness of spleen and stomach. 2 to 5 grams is used in decoction for oral use and decocted later or soaked in water for taking. 1 to 2 grams of the powder is taken after it is mixed with water. 肉桂 and 桂枝 are from the same plants. The barks are used as medicine that is called 肉桂. The tender branches are used as medicine that is called 桂枝. The both medicine can expel cold and strengthen yang. 桂枝 can be used for expelling cold to relieve exterior syndromes, while 肉桂 dominates warming the interior to enter the lower energizer, being a bit on the side of warming kidney yang. That's all for today. See you next time.